Red Radio Show. I am one of your hosts, Lady Darkberry, and I have with me today my sisters, Sorali, to my right, and then to my left, we have, say your whole name.
Harmony. I'm so tired. I just Harmony.
Harmony.
Just
She's Harmony Abibi Ikendeo, a.k.a. the Prophet.
I have been in church all week. I'm just tired.
Okay.
I love the Lord, but I'm tired. Just call me Harmony today.
Okay, so she's gonna be Harmony today, and then pretty soon we'll have our other sister Kiva coming along. She's stuck in traffic, but we wanted to get started. We have a pretty good show for you today, but we're gonna start with talking about what's been going on. Our show is now every second and fourth Sunday of the month from 4 to 5 p.m. So you can catch us live every second and fourth Sunday. So, ladies, what's been happening?
Same old, same old.
Well, we
It's
know
working.
Work.
Well, you went to Six Flags yesterday.
Oh, I went to Hurricane Harvey yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right.
And
So,
then I did go to the cabin in Oklahoma with some cousins.
okay. I didn't see that on Facebook that you did that. I just saw I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
Six Flags.
That was we're going back in a couple of weeks, but that was just all the adults. This time we're taking the children. We got a cabin in Broken Bow,
Mm.
Oklahoma.
I heard about
Real
that.
Nice.
I heard about that.
Real nice. And then one of the neighbors, he had bought one.
Mm.
He said he paid $700,000 for it.
For a
Mm.
cabin?
For the
In
cabin.
Broken Bow or Broken Arrow? Is it
Yeah.
Broken Arrow or is it Broken Bow?
Broken Bow. That's what it said.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
And he gonna rent it out for almost $900 a day.
Hmm.
Wow. And somebody will pay that, I'm
He
sure.
said he already booked up for 52 days.
Oh, wow.
It
Interesting.
sleeps.
Wow.
It's 6 bedrooms and 6 baths, and it sleep 20 people.
Oh, okay. So you can
They
probably
got
have a little retreat there.
Yep, and that's what we did. We just combined our money to, cause I was for the weekend was like $1,400 for 2
Okay.
days.
Okay.
So
How many adults?
12.
Oh, okay. So y'all really were doing it big.
Yeah, then we were gonna go zip line, but we had to reserve, and they was packed. They was booked, so we didn't do that. We did go to the lake and try to fish a little bit.
Okay.
And
you
then,
fish?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I do it all. We camp, we fish. Shoot, I'm there for whatever.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
get my brother to take me fishing. That's one thing I want to do.
It's fish.
fish?
Fish.
It's so
I
relaxed.
did it as a kid, but I don't like it.
Yeah, cause
No.
it's too
It's too
time consuming.
and it's just nasty.
Oh, see, I was like that at first. I didn't want to touch the worm. I
I don't
didn't
want
want
to
to touch
touch
the
any of
minnow.
that. No.
I had my stepdad to do it, but then I just said forget it, and I started doing it myself.
Okay.
See, I'm scared of snakes. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
little worms.
No, not the worms.
Oh.
Just scared snakes are gonna come out.
So I grew up in the country, right, where they would go down to the ditch and sit on those white buckets
Yep.
and and fish with bologna. And
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Bologna.
Yeah, bologna. You get the bologna. I'm country. You get the bologna. You tie the string around the bologna and
And then you wheel it out.
I never heard bologna.
yeah, the bologna.
Bologna,
It's meat.
hot dogs,
All
bread, sausage.
Never in my life.
Snakes come up on the bank and you just kick the snake and keep going on. And
Oh
do
no,
that.
I have never
Oh.
encountered that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even like when we go, me and my family, we go camping, and a lot of people have that perception that when you go camping, it's birds and snakes and all of that. But I was like, no, it's a campground. They make sure that none of that stuff. I be like, open up your mind, experience new things. Stop being so closed-minded.
Right. Well, I like camping as long as we're in a cabin.
No,
I don't
we
like
do tent.
camping when you're doing tents. I've done
Yeah.
it. I didn't like it. I don't like the way the ground feels. It's hot. It's cold. I
That's
don't
why
like
you
it.
get a big old. I got
Now you got
mattress.
fancy tents. They didn't
Now I
have
get-
fancy tents then.
Oh, okay, that's
You had
what I
the
do.
regular old cheap tent.
We
Now
do-
you got fancy ones.
we
Y'all
do,
sis trying to sneak in with her finger, with her church finger.
Oh yeah, put your church finger up. Come on, Kiba, just put your church finger up.
We
It's
do,
okay. We don't mind. We understand sometimes.
We do bougie camping.
Bougie camping. Glam. That's what it's called. Oh, I didn't know. I know you can buy the nicest tents now, but I don't know. Anywho, we're talking about what's been going on. So she's talking about her outdoor adventures and fishing and camping and cabining and all that good
But
stuff.
I a couple of weeks ago, I feel kind of bad. I was not queen like.
You were not queen like?
What you do?
What'd you do?
Let's
Did
go.
you curse
What
somebody out?
I
or
beat
did you-
somebody up.
You beat somebody up?
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Or what they do first? Let me ask that first.
Okay, so tell me this.
Okay. Oh, geez.
So, I'm nice and sweet.
okay.
One thing I don't tolerate is disrespect. And I go from 0 to 100. I don't care who it is, unless you my mama. She birthed me. Of course, I'm going to tolerate her.
Okay.
And so, my cousin, she gets up, want to sit down, watch TV while everybody cleaning up on the day that we supposed to
In the
check
camp.
out.
In the cabin.
In
as
the
a
cabin.
TV. Okay.
And the day we supposed to be checking out. So I said, well, you need to stop watching TV and help everybody clean up so we can go ahead and leave. So it's going to be some vulgar language. So she was like, we got 3 motherfucking hours to check out.
Okay.
I said, so I just let that slide. But she steady sitting there giving demands to everybody else what to do.
How old is she? Let's get that clear first.
30, I'm 41, so she got to be 35 or 36. She like right under me.
Okay.
But she's an adult woman. All that wasn't
Yes.
called for. Bad
Yes.
language is not good.
Yes. And so then my cousin was like, well, go upstairs and get the towel so we can wash because we have to clean up the cabin. This a five bedroom, like 3,500 square feet. And we partied the whole weekend. We had food everywhere. Just a mess. And so she was like, leave my towel out there because I can get to take a shower. I said, well, while you sitting there watching TV, you can be up there taking your shower while we clean up. I said, well, that means you not going to take a shower because we finna wash all the towels. So my cousin was like, no, it's her personal towel that she brought from home. So I said, okay. Next thing I know,
Don't
she
use
said,
the words. Just use the letters.
no, ma'am. She said, so you need to shut your motherfucking ass up. Oh, that's when I just stopped and went over there. And, kind of like did it like that. Like, well, don't talk to me like that.
Oh,
so
my.
when she just kind of like swing back. Next thing I know, I punched her in the eye. And
Oh, my gosh.
And
girl's eye.
Oh, my
then
gosh.
my cousin holding me, telling me, let her go. I couldn't let her go. I mean, I was
You
just,
couldn't
Just went some more after you had already punched
couldn't
her
let
in the
her go.
eye?
I just like head in the head, like we're just going to town.
Oh.
Well, okay,
I felt bad because that's my cousin,
That's okay.
and
so,
I kind of like blanked out. That's how I get when I get into
We don't want you getting in any more
Okay.
altercations.
So my
It's
question
just
for
not
you
good. Not good.
is, have you two
talked about it.
reconciled?
No, because I went to Facebook to message her to tell her, I'm sorry about the incident, whatever. She deleted me. She ain't talking to her sisters. She deleted me.
Well, you
And-
punched her in the eye, and then you had her in a headlock, beating her in the head.
Righteous
So-
anger is good. I'm not gonna say that I possibly wouldn't have done the same thing because I may have.
I do feel bad that I gave her a black eye with a blood clot. I do feel bad about that.
Mercy.
But at the same time, I told my mom, my cousin don't know how I am. I've been like this for 41 years. Even when we get into an altercation, we might cuss each other out, and 5 minutes later, we're like, give me a hug, cuz we'll hug it out. But when you take it to another level like that, we both need to breathe it out, give it space, and let it simmer down. And so that's why I was going to contact her. But she's like, forget us, everybody.
Oh, well, may I suggest in the future you just walk away. Let's not beat people up.
Somebody told me, talking about, what will Michelle Obama do?
I would say
Let's
too.
not beat people.
You got since it was done. And were there any kids there?
No, just adults.
Just adults. Some kind of way though. You got to figure out a way to reconcile that because family, we fight. We
Yep.
fight. I mean, it happens. But
And that's what I told my cousin when we talked
reconciliation.
about it.
Yeah, but she had a blood clot in the eye.
I didn't know that until the next day. She told me.
what
Her
they
sister
say, don't
told
start
me.
none, won't be none. Don't start
So
none,
who swung
won't
first?
be no.
She swung first.
You can't swing first, then.
No, I mean, I just,
She
did it
started
like-
it. She put
Oh,
her
yeah,
hands
this-
on it.
this
Just
right
don't
here.
do
This
it.
right here.
You gotta figure out a way to work
I
with
am.
it. You
I
just gotta
am.
figure. I'm just gonna pray you figure out a way.
Because that's what my mama
Fighting
said.
is just y'all too old for that.
Okay, y'all would be like 80.
Two old ladies looking crazy.
If you see, there's a video on Facebook, these two old ladies, leave me alone.
No.
I
never saw that.
The
No.
two old men. I saw that. One.
No.
They
We
fell on
don't
the
want
ground
you to
and
be
everything.
like. We don't want you to be like that. We're gonna work on you. Try to, not go from 0 to 100 like real quick.
Yeah.
Like.
I
So.
did not feel good at all.
Okay, I'm sorry that happened.
That means you convicted.
That's what I said.
So you can. That's hope if you're feeling bad about it. Yeah,
I
that's
do
hope.
feel bad.
Okay.
That would bring about a change.
All righty. Anybody else have anything exciting going on besides a fist fight? You said you've been in church. Baby, you said you've been in church.
I've been in
all
church
week.
all week from last Tuesday. So church last Sunday, then we had off day Monday, and then from Tuesday up until today has been.
So y'all go to church every day of the week?
No, we just had convocation this week. We
And
had
what
Holy
is-
Assembly. So
what does
that's,
that mean?
It's basically a church conference where
Oh, okay.
you go in and you get revived. So we had a number
So
of
like
churches.
a revival.
We had a
Okay.
number of
Yeah,
churches.
that
come
I
in
recognize
from
those terms.
So those words, okay, yeah, revival. So a good,
Okay, 'cause
a
I
good
realized
organized.
Kojic people, is that Kojic?
He's not Kojic.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
That's where I know that from, the Holy Convocation from the Kojic
Yeah,
Church.
he's not
I
Kojic.
never heard
He,
that term
That
before.
means-
I just know revivals
Bible
and
study and
gospel meetings. I know those terms.
vacation Bible school.
His
Yeah.
perspective is to be a meeting of the mind. So he's very open to. He always says this thing about having 32 flavors. If God is vast enough, then the church has to catch up and be vast enough too. And so that's his perspective. And so it's a gathering. It's a gathering where we all can recharge. And when I say we recharge, sun up to sundown.
Okay.
That's
So
what
you
it
should
is.
be exhausted.
I'm exhausted, but my heart is happy.
Well, good. Well,
Yeah,
good.
my
Glad you're
heart and my
happy.
mind is happy and clear. But yeah, I'm exhausted. Till we start talking about this bucket, and then I'm gonna perk up.
Okay. Okay. Anything, Kiba? I got nothing. Nothing's been happening. My life's been kind of.
thing yesterday.
Wait,
I missed
Jasper.
it. They had
Didn't you
Layla
go
Hathaway and Sunshine and
Yeah, how was that?
Avery.
Avery Sunshine.
Avery.
Wasn't that over there by the
I'm about to
Trinity
say
White
Sunshine and
thingy over there in
We
Dallas?
were out there all day.
I heard Robert
Oh, okay. So
Glasper
I
wasn't
saw
too
on
good.
Facebook that was nice.
It wasn't that Robert Glasper wasn't good. It was just, you know how Robert sets up where he's facing his drummer, so they had to rearrange the stage for him to come out.
I don't even know who Robert Glasper is.
He's a musician, but he is
It's like Rock
jazz,
and jazz.
hip hop. It's
a
a
combo of all
mixture
that?
of stuff.
I never
Yeah.
heard of
He
him.
writes
Yeah.
a lot. For
Okay,
a lot
but-
of people. He's
I like
received
him.
Grammys before.
Oh, okay.
But so he wasn't the last act. Layla was. So he was right before Layla Hathaway.
Okay.
So
I
before
know
she
her.
came out, they had to rearrange the stage again.
Okay.
So
Oh,
what
that's
happened
going too
was, by the time he came out, people were irritated because
It
it
took
was
so
like
long.
11.
11 at night.
Yeah.
What time did this start?
I got there at 4:30. It started at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many
Was-
acts were there?
Let's
I heard it was
see,
a lot of people.
One, two girls I don't know, they're local. They're Foreign Exchange, Mesa,
Mesa, I know.
Avery Sunshine.
I know Avery Sunshine.
Robert Glasper and Layla Hathaway.
Okay. Did she have any people to stay to listen to her at 11 o'clock?
No. She didn't get on till like midnight.
Did she have any people listening to her? At
Yeah,
midnight?
but by the time she got out there, I was wrapped in my blanket and cranky.
Your blanket, was it cold?
Yeah, it got cold because we were by the river and it was late.
Oh,
So
okay.
the breeze was really blowing.
Okay.
And so it was
That sounds
cold.
like a Mary J. Blige kind of thing, 11, 12 o'clock, or a Charlie Wilson thing,
Well,
like
you
11,
been
12
out there in the
o'clock.
sun.
All
day.
day.
And they had the daiquiri shop out there as one of the vendors, so we were drinking
Yeah, hot
daiquiris
and
The daiquiri.
all day.
Like the one in Carlton daiquiri?
Uh-huh.
I be
Yeah, I
sleepy.
know that one.
so,
That's my homegirl.
so by the time like Layla got out there at 12, we were like, and then she had a warm up DJ. We're like, no, I yelled out, we warmed up,
Right.
we ready. Yes.
Oh my
Was it
God.
the,
I was
the
like an
girl-
old lady wrapped in my blanket, cranky.
Was her one of DJ the girl with yeah? See, the last time I went to go see Layla Hathaway, I love Layla Hathaway, but she came on like an hour and a half late with the same little DJ, and by then I was like, I don't really care about your voice.
Why do
She
they do that? That's what
pulled
I want to know.
the,
People don't
Lauryn
want
Hill.
just get
No,
the.
I saw it when she came with Music Soul Child. It was Music Soul Child,
Which I like
and
Music Soul Child.
Somebody else, and he did a really good job, but she came on real late, and
Like, why
So-
do they think people want you to do that? We just want you to get out there and do your thing.
I listened to her first song that I really liked, and then I left. I was like, I got.
And
this
then
song.
my friend was like, I have all of her albums, and she
go
came
home.
out and sang songs from a new album that's not even out yet. So that people were kind of upset. So then she started out with those songs. Well, she started out with those songs. Then she went back to like the Anita Baker remake she did, and then the Luther Vandross remake she did.
Okay.
Then she sang like I think I left after Luther.
Because you were cranky and wrapped up in your
And I was
I did
thinking
that
about, you know what I was thinking about? Coming out of the parking lot, all the traffic,
correct.
and then driving all the way back to Dallas.
Correct.
So I was just, that's what I was thinking
Then
about.
you was
My
sipping
friend
on
said
that
it
all
didn't.
day. And you sipping on daiquiris all day.
No, by that time I was done with the daiquiris. I was
Oh.
just wrapped in my blanket waiting.
Oh.
Yeah.
They say that's probably
Well, it
why,
sounds fun. Like it was fun.
It was fun until it got a little ridiculous. I think maybe they need to cut down the acts or
The acts need to cut down their performances and be
Yes.
Yeah.
The A and B selection and get off the stage.
because I was sitting there thinking you have a permit for a certain amount of time. Who's paying this fine? Because I know you went over the time unless your permit was to be out there until 2:00 in the morning.
That would have been smart for them to make it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I hope they did, given the number of
'Cause
acts
they
they
have to
had.
clean up and all of that.
Mhm.
Well, that sounds like it was really
And they
fun.
said Layla didn't get off till 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, I would have been asleep.
What?
That's
I would
it.
have been asleep.
See?
Yeah.
And
I'm just too old now. I can't. After a while, I
Not
start
from like
getting
4:30
sleepy.
all. Yeah.
That's too much.
And I think that's why they canceled the soul food thing, because they said that it was both at the same night. And a lot of people were disappointed because some wanted to go to Jazz, Trinity in it, but can't be in two places at once. So the soul
Well,
food canceled.
when is the soul food thing happening again?
They haven't put a date out
Oh, okay.
on that.
All right.
But they did apologize for canceling and
Okay.
said they was gonna refund their money.
But it was really nice. There were a lot of people there. Everybody was behaving because
I
everybody
know,
was
a couple of-
older. So yeah.
Well, older people.
But everybody was just having a good time.
I had to look at her. I'm like the mama of the group. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to get you to behave.
Since I wasn't gonna throw a slug. I
Shoot, I had got it all last week at my cousin them. They had a party, and all last week they was talking. All right, then, Mike Tyson, I don't want no problem. So I don't need no black eye.
Exactly. We
Like,
don't
be
need black
quiet.
eyes.
Well, I learned a new word this week.
Oh, what's that?
So I've taken account of, I turned 40 this year in August.
Okay.
And so I've gotten to the point where I talk to women who are like 60 plus.
Okay.
Like that excites me.
Yeah,
and
you
brings
have
me
some
joy.
interesting stories about the 60s.
Yes.
I love talking to them.
So there's one, I'm gonna tell you about the next one next week. This lady, she has cancer, but she still smokes. Like, so she'll be walking around downstairs with her
With
oxygen
oxygen?
tank and her cigarette,
That's usually what they do.
and every other word is MF.
Oh.
I'm gonna talk about her next week. So this week, I make my usual phone calls, and I called one, and she just like started going off in a tangent, and she was like, I love everybody, and I talk to everybody, and even the lesbians love me, and I'm like, well, how do you know? But okay, I'm still listening, right? But I'm looking like, okay.
She know the lesbians love. The lesbians said, we lesbians, but we love you. How does that work?
Her thing is, she talks to everybody. Like, she doesn't have any hatred in her heart toward anybody. And so everybody is drawn to her. And so everybody tell their business to her.
Okay. So that's how she knows the lesbians love.
Now, why did she decide to tell me this day? I have no idea. It must have been the Lord. I kept listening because it was good for the show. And so I'm listening, and she was like, the lesbians love me, but I don't understand, baby. And I was like, well, mother, what don't you understand? And I'm thinking she's finna go into something like, she don't understand about the church, about Bible, about scripture. She said, I have hot summer days. I said,
No.
I said, hot summer day. She said, you know what a hot summer day is. Now, if I got a hot summer day and I smell me, why I'm gonna mix my hot summer day with their hot summer day? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I couldn't do it. I was just sitting there like dumbfounded. I didn't know what to do with this lady on the phone because I didn't know whether I should be upset because she was talking to me about her hot summer day and she's 60 plus, or if I was supposed to be offended. I didn't know what to be offended about, so I just laughed.
That the lesbians love her? That part?
No, that part didn't. I just, somebody 60 plus talking to me like, you still know what your hot summer day is. Like,
Shoot, she say she smell it. She know.
Unless she's something wrong with her, she should probably still know what all that
at 60 something?
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be finished with all that. No?
Why do you think that?
It depends on the person.
Well,
maybe I'm not knowing what a hot summer day is.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe we don't know the definition of hot summer day.
She said, if I got a hot summer day and I smell me, why would I want to mix my hot summer day with they hot summer day?
I understand what she's saying,
So,
but
you know what the hot summer day is.
so
that
I'm
she
thinking
talking
she's talking about she still has a menstrual cycle.
Do they mix hot summer days during that time? I don't
No.
think they
I
do.
don't think so.
Now,
But
she
what is
should
her
be.
hot summer day? Maybe you
know,
need clarification.
So I think, we have terms. We have like pocketbook, snatch.
Yes.
I think hers, just for her time period from wherever she grew up in her culture, that's hers is hot summer day.
Oh.
Okay.
Just in general, she's talking about her lady
Parts.
parts.
Okay.
That's
And
a
they
new
just
word
had
for
some problems sometimes.
On a hot summer day,
On a hot
yeah,
summer
you
day,
know.
yeah,
You be sweating.
Yeah, you start
You
sweating.
get 110.
Especially in Texas.
Okay, I'm following it
She
now.
don't
I'm following
understand
it.
why you want to mix that.
Okay.
Mother, I don't know either.
Yes, indeed.
She should have asked some older lesbians.
Yeah, ask them.
She may. I'm pretty sure she probably is bold
She
enough to have
needs
that
to
conversation.
find out how that works.
I just thought it was cute, so I put it on the show. I was like,
Okay.
I'm gonna tell that's material right there.
Well, that is pretty interesting.
that
I
is
just, I don't know what to say to some of these things, but hey.
When you 60, I'm like, you can say whatever you want to say though.
I thought that was when you got to be like 70 something, almost
No.
80
No.
something.
Like
We pushing it up to 60. Must be
Well,
for my
no, because
benefit.
I'm almost, I mean, I'm not that far from 60. I don't know if I would be saying that.
I mean, when you turn 60, I think you've lived long enough. You say whatever the hell you want to say.
Okay.
I know I
yeah,
am.
yeah.
When I turn 60, I got these little gray hairs, two up in the top of my head.
Man, I got some too. I'm
I
trying
know
to figure
y'all
out
not
what
gonna
color
talk about
I'm
gray hair.
I'm gonna let y'all.
I'm
have
gonna
it.
need both of y'all to just stop talking about gray hair all day long, okay?
I'm gonna let the people
We have
have it.
struggles over here getting his hair covered every 4 weeks or so. Anyway, so that was interesting. I don't have anything that happened.
You did go.
What did I do?
Didn't you have a conference or something? Darkberry was with.
Oh, I went to Houston and did an Afrolicious show. So it's
How
like
was that?
that was fun. So it's a hair show, and they do, of course, they have hair products, and they have people that's like showing off their afros or their natural hair, and so we sold T-shirts. It was fun. I mean,
Did you see any interesting
big deal.
products?
I didn't get to walk around that much because I was too busy hustling shirts.
You supposed
So-
to have hired me to tell me so I can come with y'all the
Okay,
next
well, Houston,
time.
you know, Jake, he wanted to go to Houston because he's from Houston. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Houston. So anytime he could get to go to Houston, he goes.
So it turned
But-
into from a business trip to a little.
The
Rendezvous.
family get away from him to see his family. I mean, you know,
Mm.
but just that overnight.
Rendezvous.
It was like we went Saturday, came back Sunday. So yeah, we did do that. I forgot, but yeah, we did good business. We sold a lot of shirts, so everything
that's
was
good.
cool. Yeah, everything was cool. Somebody was out there supporting black business.
That's good. And they weren't talking about how high priced y'all are.
No, they weren't. They were like, "Oh, these prices are good." So anyway, and your shirts are cute. So that was all good. So
You know, when I was at the daiquiri shop, people kept asking me, what is a dark berry? And I was like, I said, it's a company. I said, but I'm a dark berry. You're a dark berry. So
and the daiquiri shop just patrons were asking.
You must have your
You know, I know
Darkberry
the
shirt
owners
on.
of the I know owners of the daiquiri shop. I
yeah,
need
they
to
didn't
contact
ask me, but people that were
I need
there.
to contact them again or something. I don't know.
So you just said you was a Darkberry.
I said, it's a company. I said, but I'm a dark berry. You're a dark berry because it was another black woman. I was like, you're a dark berry. She's a dark berry. Yeah.
So let our listeners know
you
what
should have
is.
said online www.thedarkberryco.com.
And you
I
can
need
go
to
find
get
out
that
what
website together when people ask you.
you can find out what a Darkberry is online.
Exactly. You should just say Google it.
I'm sure they Google
Maybe we
it
should just all
later. You
roll
think?
up over there.
Yeah, I
probably
think
go
we
to the
should.
daiquiri
Let's
shop. I need
per-
to contact my friend that owns it, or part owner of it, and tell her we're coming and see what we can do. I might do that.
I think my post about supporting black business gave me an idea for another topic about let's have like Q&A with black businesses and see what their I won't say complaint, but just in general how black people are supportive or what they have problems with when they come to your shop, and be able to talk to them and address some of the issues that I found out that they are having.
Okay, yeah. That was an interesting thread she had with the black business thing, but that's another show altogether. So let's get to our segments. I'm
Okay.
dying to hear about what's happening with the law of snatch. And
You ain't get your cousins
get
at
your
the jazz.
cousin.
You ain't see nothing there.
I mean, I saw stuff, but I don't want to snitch on people, you know.
they not asking you to give names.
We ain't
We
asking
just
no
ask you to give
photographs.
situations.
You know, people just having a good good time. Some more than others. You know.
Yeah, don't give names. Just give situations. Well, there was this lady, like that.
You know, just everybody just having a good
just
time.
like you did when you went to the Rooster Place or whatever.
Oh,
you missed it. Did you hear that show?
You weren't here that show.
RL's
Went to-
Blues Palace.
Yeah, she talked about they did the Rooster dance or
Oh,
whatever.
I was here.
You were here? Okay.
Yeah,
so
okay,
Like
that
you
was
did
like-
that. That's how you have to give us the
Tea.
your cousin.
Oh, everybody's just having a good time. Everybody had lots of daiquiris. They actually ran out of daiquiris. So,
What?
yeah.
Y'all were really drinking. And
They
plus
were,
they cold.
yeah,
It was hot
and it was
outside.
hot.
Yeah.
And then they had another person that was selling daiquiris inside. And you know how they hollow out the pineapple and put the drink in?
Oh, okay.
And so they had that. So I had one of those, and then I had daiquiri.
Okay.
Yeah, and then people just having a good time. They were having dance-offs because the DJ between sets was playing like
Oh.
80s music.
Oh,
And
man,
so
I should have been there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was like
I
a
don't
group
remember
of.
what dancing was out. Like what dances were out.
Oh well, I saw every dance. That was
I was doing one the other day. What was that you called? What was that?
the troop.
That's what that's called.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I can still do.
Uh-huh. They
I
were
don't
doing
even
the
remember.
troop.
I'd
the
have to
WAP,
see
the
people
prep.
doing it, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Uh-huh.
But
The
name
prep
of 'em I
was
can't do.
70s.
The prep is 80s.
That was like that.
What's the prep? How does that go again?
That was the Jazzy
Oh, that's
Jeff
okay.
Will Smith.
Will Smith. He was just on. I saw him on TV. Him and Carlton. What's the boy's name? I call him Carlton now.
But I know who you're
You know what I'm
talking
talking about? He was on there, and they had Jazzy Jeff doing the
DJ.
and it was pretty cool. I don't remember what show it was. I kind of saw it in passing, but anywho.
But yeah, there were people. There was a group of older gentlemen and then a group of women out there, and they were having dance offs. So the guys were standing at the bottom of the hill, and the girls were like in the middle of the hill. And so the girls would do their routine, then the guys would come and do
Like
theirs.
a house
And then
party.
the girls would do theirs. And they were like doing different dances each
Okay.
time. Like at one point, the older gentlemen, they started doing
They still
Temptations
had,
moves.
They still had it, like
Yeah,
dancing.
yeah, yeah.
Always those guys who were those guys that danced back in the day. Still, as old people can still dance.
There
I'm
was
amazed at that.
There was one man up front. He had on. He got premium seated up front in the little VIP section. But no VIP.
Okay.
It wasn't even under a tent, girl. It was just you didn't bring your own chair.
And those tickets were like $100.
Oh my!
Oh,
I didn't realize that.
He was gonna get his full buddy's worth. He did not sit down all night.
Oh,
Bob was not.
that's his name, Bob.
We call him Bob. Bob was not gonna sit down all night. Bob had a cup in his hand, and he was dancing, and you couldn't miss him because he had on this Kelly green shirt.
Okay, I was waiting for it. I knew it was gonna be one of those. I was waiting.
All night. He knew all of this. He knew the wobble. He knew all the old school dances. I was like, did you dance with Johnny Gill back in the day? What was up with that? He knew all the New Jack Swing stuff. Then I saw a little couple. They were in the back, and so it was dark with no lights back there. And they were out there cuddling. Ugh.
Like serious business.
Man,
Like,
they were back there getting on my nerves. And I only had to walk by him one time to go get my food, but it
But
was
that
just
was
enough.
enough?
It was enough. She was like, I was like, oh, I don't hear the grown woman giggling.
you
Did she
wasn't
have on
hating
a
or
dress?
nothing, was you?
I wasn't hating. I
Okay,
just
I'm
don't.
saying.
I don't.
Did she have on a dress though?
No.
okay, we
They were
didn't.
back there. And
Well, no,
I
actually.
know.
Yeah, she didn't have on a dress. Nothing was
No, no,
going on.
Oh,
It was just being cute.
they
Yeah,
were
that's
back
all.
there
Just
being
being
real
seen, yeah.
cute out there on
Now,
the
if she had on a
blanket.
dress, that would have been another story.
Wow, they were out there on the blanket giggling, both of them.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry that bothered
That's
you.
that singleness. Because I'm looking at it like, you know what? I
Darn
want to
you
get
be
too.
happy. Darn you
Okay.
being happy. Me love.
Yes.
These people ask if there's a little hating going on.
No, it wasn't any hate. I don't know what. I think it was the giggling. I don't.
was
Grown
what
women
you were
giggling.
giggling.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the law snatch. What you got for us?
Well, so that kind of leads into what happened and how we ended up at this show topic. So, I kind of closed myself down while my daughter was graduating from high school. And so I said after she graduated, I was going to open up myself to being thought-ish. Not a thought, but just ish. Where
So what is thottish?
So thought-ish is when you open yourself up to dating. Like, not necessarily, that don't mean you're going to get interest to the gateway to heaven,
Okay.
but you can date. Like, I know
That's
what the
being a
definition.
That's being thottish if you
I
did.
thought this was enjoyable.
Yeah, because
Yes,
when you go from 0 to 100, like you like, yeah, that kind of make it ish.
Okay.
So I'm okay with it. I'm
Flirting
All right,
and
well,
all of
thank you
that.
for
Yeah,
sharing.
yeah, because you know,
Okay.
dudes walk past me, I be like, hey, you want? And I stop and let them open my door, and I twitch real hard. I want you to see me.
That's being stylish, or mannish, or whatever.
That's just flirting, girl.
Yeah, I make it curve real hard when I'm in the hallway. So just gotta add the ish, not all the way there, but just enough.
Okay.
So,
So they'll know you on the prowl.
Yeah, well, I'm not on the prowl,
Or
but
on the
I'm-
lookout, whatever.
Oh, so you're not single anymore?
No, I'm still very single. I'm single as a dollar bill.
Okay.
But just I curve it just enough to know you got a chance. You coming the right.
Say the right thing.
You say the right thing.
you
You
might
might get the keys. To
Okay.
Gateway. So I've opened myself up to allowing people to say different things or whatever, and I've had a couple of guys in my inbox, and I'll talk to them, chit chat, blah blah blah, and they'll give a compliment. Oh, your picture's nice, blah blah blah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
you
o-
do take nice pictures.
I'm okay with that. Modeling pictures. I'm not good with the selfie thing.
Okay, but those pictures you have are nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And so I'm okay with the compliment. But then, like, after 2 or 3 sentences or 2 or 3 messages, you talking under my clothes, how do you know I'm fine if my dress is full? Like,
It's cute dress.
It's a Pentecostal dress from my waist all the way down to my ankles. You don't see nothing on my profile picture.
Exactly.
You don't see anything. So how do you know I have anything under there? And so I had a couple of guys, or the next question would be, well, are you interested in having kids? First, hell no. 2, I'm about to be 40. 3, I'm not only am I kind of like thought-ish, I'm cougar-ish.
Okay.
I'm okay. But I'm not having your babies though. And so the question came up, well, how can you approach a woman about having your baby, but you're not approaching women to create covenant? So where is the order of this going? Where has it gone? Where has the black family gone? And it kind of took us back into the conversation of how we were set up to breed. We weren't set up to have a family. We were set up to breed.
Right.
And so you had your bucks, and they actually literally referred to us as
They did.
bitches.
They
We
did.
were female dogs, and they referred to our babies as pups.
Right.
And so I made it wasn't an unsaved post because I had more pastors on my post saying that was a good post versus other people who didn't understand why I said the word bitch. Well, I said the word bitch because that's literally how they referred to us. If you had big breasts and you had wide hips, then you were a good bitch.
Right.
And if you had,
Or as they say now, a bad bitch.
yeah,
Yeah.
back then it was you're a good bitch. And if you were endowed, fellas, if you were endowed, I'm got my
Right.
hand down here.
Yeah. We
If
follow
you were
you.
endowed, then you were bought at a higher price, and they called you a 3-legger buck. You can follow my drift.
Right.
And
Right.
so if you mix that big hip bitch with the 3-legger buck, then you got a good pup.
Exactly. Good
And
hard
so-
worker.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for some reason we have taken on the mentality, but we take it on as the bad bitch, and I'm the pimp, and then we breeding all these bastard babies.
So that leads us to our topic today, which is the black family and black family values. So that's where we're going with this. So Abibi gave us a good intro to what we're going to talk about. So with that, tell us about the modern day bucking. So you kind of explained what the buck situation was, and the bitch and the pup and all of that. So explain to the audience about modern day bucking.
I think this is just my opinion. I see it. I think it's still going on. We just don't call it the same. Hip hop has made it cool. Reality TV has made it cool.
Right.
But it's still the same essence. We're still not taking into the account the divinity of our family and the divinity of our relationships. And a lot of it, for me, I blame on women, even though I might get a little backlash for this. However, we control the gateway, what comes into this realm.
Right.
And so we wouldn't have a bunch of disrespectful men that are disrespectful to women if we didn't have a lot of single parent households, if we wasn't giving our goods away to people who don't necessarily deserve it.
Right.
And so it's a long line, but really it ends
Starts
with
with
us.
the one.
It starts with the woman.
I'm always perplexed as to when did we, because it was at some point we had a standard. We had,
Yep.
we at some point we wanted to go from dating to marriage to children and making a family. I don't know where along the line we fell off of that with that. Like, do we not, like, do we not have a standard? Do women want to marry? Because when I was out dating and all of that and talking to other single women, a lot of times I would get the feeling that they really didn't want to get married. They really weren't looking for husbands. So what's the point of dating these days? I don't really know. And I was always confused by that.
Well, according to most men, especially when I started talking about it, they will blame feminism.
Yep.
Yeah, I
They
think
will
that's just a
blame.
cop-out.
They would blame the civil rights movement, where black women decided, okay, our needs are not being addressed, so we're going to go, which was a mistake. I will not say that it was not a mistake, but their needs were not being addressed, and so you had a feminist movement. But what black men failed to realize is all black women did not do that, because then you would have never had a reason for the womanist movement, which is a very different movement than a feminist movement. And so our needs were not being addressed. They will start it there, but I don't think it started there. I think it started with slavery, and the conceptualization of we were born to become breeders and not necessarily families. They did very intentful things to break up the black family, and those things are still alive today.
And yeah, I think they did, but I think at some point,
yeah, we already have sense
when
enough.
did we turn the corner? When will we turn the corner? Because, I mean, I kind of remember growing up that most people that I knew had both of their parents. They all lived in a unit. Now, I don't know how dysfunctional it was inside the home, but there was the family unit. So I grew up in the late 60s, 70s. So I just don't understand, and I agree with you about hip-hop. I think hip-hop turned a lot of our kids into, I don't even know what word to use. It's just like they don't have any dignity about anything. It just became cool to be undignified and not have a standard.
I think even back in the 60s, though, grandma still stayed with grandpa knowing that grandpa had kids around the corner.
That's true.
So so are we speaking to divine connections, or are we talking about hidden dysfunction?
That's why I said dysfunction. I don't, I could use my own family as an example. So, like I said, I grew up with both my parents, but I'll tell my age. I'm 55 years old.
You look good.
Well, thank
Yes,
you.
you do.
And in December, I told y'all that story, right? About in December, I had a young lady contact me on Facebook saying that she was my niece. I told you
I
that.
wasn't here. That show tell me.
Yeah, so I had a young lady contact me on Facebook and saying that she thought she might have been my niece. So I knew when I was 14, my dad was told that he had a daughter, and he didn't know anything about this daughter. So it was she was older than me, so it was before my mother. And so I know that sister has 8 kids. So I'm thinking it's that sister's kids. But it turns out that's not the case. So then she tells me about her mother and her uncle. It turns out her mother and her uncle are my siblings. Apparently my father, unbeknownst to us, had another family. So I'm 55, my sister's 54. I got another brother that's 50, and I have a set of twin brothers of 45. So those 2 kids are in between my brothers that are 45 and my brother that's 50. It's like one is 49 and one is 47. So one is young right after my brother that's 50, and then in between the twins. So you're right. You're like, it was major dysfunction, and we had no clue. But here I am now, and what do I do with that information? I told her, okay, it's great to meet when I come home to New Orleans, but my father's been dead so long, I don't, But she knew everything about us. She said she came to our father's funeral, so I mean, I can't dispute what she's saying because she had all the facts.
And that's a sad case for the kids.
I think it's twofold. I think it has to do a lot to do with economics, and then it also has to do with respect. I think back when our parents were growing up, because I recall a lot of 2-parent households, but then I recall a lot of people getting divorced. So then you had to move on to your next family. A lot of people didn't make it to that next family point.
Right.
They ended up enjoying being single and just. But I think the generation before ours, they stayed together for financial reasons.
Right.
There was power in being a unit because you had that nucleus that held each other together.
Right.
Now, and black women always worked, so it wasn't a feminist movement for us.
Right.
We worked.
Yeah, we
had no choice.
We had to because our men weren't making as much, and we definitely weren't making as much.
Right.
Correct.
So it was a thing where you had that economic power, more economic power together. Whereas fast forward now, People think they can make a little more money. So then you say, I could do it by myself.
Right.
Guys like, oh, I could do it by myself. I got this. I can have kids here. I can afford them all. But then the respect issue. I find that when people have kids here, there, and everywhere, men, they don't understand what it means to be involved in a child's life. Because when you have kids here, there, and everywhere, you're not really involved. You don't know what goes on every day. You're not really actively involved in raising it. You might call every day. You might go visit during your time all the time, but you are not there every day. So I find that when men have kids here, there, and they really don't understand. And the ones that really try and be involved, they are worn out. Because it's hard going from one side of Dallas to the other side of Dallas. Then you got to pick them up for each activity. If you're really trying to be there
and
for
you
all the
gotta
activities.
deal with all these different women who use whatever, the situation didn't work and they're scorned or they're this or that. You gotta deal with all
And you breaking
of
off
that.
money to pay for this activity, that
Exactly.
activity for each household.
I know a guy. I know a black guy right now who has 12 children. Two of them died, so he has 10.
Okay.
Well, he has 12. He had 12, and he is upset because he's on child support. Negro.
Yeah, well.
Like, I don't get the mentality. Like, you're upset because you're on child support for a seed that you planted. But again, I still think if I was back, women, we got to take some responsibility because
I
we
agree.
control. We
Right.
control what comes here. We control what comes. And
Exactly.
so we have to be more careful about the stuff that we're allowing. We got to raise our standards. If we don't raise our
Exactly.
standards
That's respect for ourselves.
for ourselves,
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't just accept
That is it.
anything because you're trying to hold on to somebody that really don't
That's-
want to be there.
That's the thing that I don't get. This has been proven since the beginning of time. Having a kid
does not keep a man.
does not keep a man. I don't
Sure
know how
don't.
many different ways you can see it. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't believe women when they say it just happened. I don't believe women when they say I was on birth control and it failed. I don't believe you.
Well,
Guys say that
Don't
too.
believe you.
well, speaking from experience, I used the condom and the morning after pill, and here comes Zaya Azarel Williams.
She was just supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So I prevented, even though I knew it was like a rebound from my divorce. And I went back to my first child's father. But we used protection. Something happened. I went to Planned Parenthood, did the Plan B, trying to prevent another child with him. And she still came.
So then my question would be, then what do we feel like our purpose is for having sex? Have we lost the purpose and the definition for
Yeah.
union and connection in the first place?
I think we have, because like growing up, my mother wasn't there. My granny raised me. My granny had 10 children. Well, she had officially 11. My uncle died at birth. And out of her 10 children, I think she had 6 baby fathers, 6 different fathers. She have not one time sat down with me to talk to me about sex, what it is to have sex, what is the meaning of sex, that I should save myself for someone that you
Is
know worthy of sex. And then when my mom finally came into my life at 14, her as well did not talk to me about sex. And I think that sometimes as we grow up and become, especially young parents and have children, they think that the children are dolls. They just want to dress them in Jordans and make them look like their little boyfriends and not know the real responsibilities of having children. I talk to my oldest daughter not every day, but every chance I get about sex, what it is to try to save yourself. A dude is going to tell you what he want to hear, what you want to hear, just so he can get something from you. And now she claims she's ready for a relationship. You're not ready for a relationship when dating is a purpose. And you're not ready for
Right.
that purpose. I said, you don't even cook. You ain't trying to cook. You barely want to clean up.
Right.
You don't want to go to school when you're supposed to. So you're not ready for a relationship. Relationships are for adults.
Right.
And even as adults, some people still not ready for a relationship.
agree.
And I think
I
that's
agree.
where we fall back on talking to our children about sex. And it ain't just about sex. You have to look at the consequences of sex. It's AIDS, it's HIV, it's syphilis, it's gonorrhea, besides babies. Every time a dude, I ain't gonna get you pregnant, I ain't worried about a baby.
Yeah,
Right.
you could kill me, literally.
Exactly.
Yeah, because because if a woman believe in abortion, she can get rid of that baby. She can't get rid of AIDS.
Right.
I mean, you know, and we don't think about that when we're birthing children, the responsibility, what it is to be a parent.
Right.
My brother had 4 children, 3 different baby mamas. One of them stay in Alabama, another one stay in San Antonio, and then my 2 nephews stay in my apartment. I haven't seen them in over a year.
And they stay in your apartment complex?
And stay in my apartment complex.
Wow.
And you think he can be at all 3 places at
Right.
one time?
No.
He can't.
He got my niece from Alabama a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago. Hell, she stayed almost a week at my house because I got girls, and she's 10, and my youngest is 11. So she pretty much stayed with me.
And think about it. We have a whole generation of kids that think that dysfunction is
It's
function.
normal.
Right. They think
Yes.
it's normal.
So they
think that's
don't
normal.
understand what it is to be a
and
parent.
nobody has burst their bubble to tell them this is not normal.
Yeah,
And I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear another woman, black woman especially, say you can do it by yourself.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
That
And,
might be true in
man,
some
But that doesn't
cases,
mean you want
but
to.
something is going to be missing. Something is going to be lacking in that family without both of those parents. So a lot of women are probably going to not be happy with us because we said that. But I
Yeah.
think that we have to just be
that's
honest
why
about
I
what's
make it.
going on.
I make it known, even though I call myself independent because I've been taking care of myself and my children. I don't get no child support. My children's father or non-existent in our life. I still want and need a man.
Right.
And most women think, well, I've been doing it by myself this long. What I need a man for? What I want a man for?
Are they sleeping with somebody else, man? Hello?
Exactly. You see that new show, Side Chick of Atlanta?
Oh,
Dysfunction.
let's not even.
And I can understand, you know, you have a situation where either you make a mistake one time, but to repeatedly do the same thing over and over. I don't get you
don't
on
get it.
baby daddy, baby mama number 3, 4,
I
5.
don't get it. I
Let's
will
not talk
never-
about the abortions, though.
I will
Oh,
never.
yeah.
I'll never get it.
I don't
You on
mistake
baby
a
number
mistake.
5 that you got caught with.
Yeah.
I just don't know
And some
how
females
all of
use.
this got.
It's
like
because
this.
we got to the dysfunction, and we have a generation of kids that think the dysfunction is function. They think it's normal. They don't know. They really and truly don't know. They think sending a check once a month and showing up at your designated time is parenting.
I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know how it's going to end.
I think
because it's
with the
looking
women?
like having education doesn't help. Because I know lots of educated people, and then they end up having babies with basic losers. It's like, what? I don't get what you're doing. So you know to get enough education, you know to do that, but you still want to lay around with a loser, like somebody that's not going anywhere, not doing anything.
don't
and
have
then you
nothing to
a kid with
offer.
them. Like, I'm just perplexed by that, and I just don't. Nobody can give me a good explanation as to what's going on.
So is it an issue with the self-respect and the self-esteem of women? Is that where we start?
But
to
men
I
too,
think-
because we teach them that it's cute to have all those women.
To be a player.
But
Because
if
some.
we keep our legs closed, then they're okay. So if we decide as a collective that we're going to raise the
Chirac.
standard, okay, that we're going to raise the standard, then either they're going to go gay or they're going to raise the standard.
That's true, but I think we don't need to teach them that that's cute.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. But at the end of the day, where should I focus? Where should I focus be first?
it should be on both.
I think, yeah, she's right, but for sure, standard. I think standard. You have to teach. We have to teach them that there's dating is for a purpose. You have to teach them that it's important to, have a spouse. And sometimes you pick the wrong one. I mean, I did, but you have to at least try the stuff.
And I think
There's an
sometimes-
economic freedom in having 2 adults in the household
Yes,
with 2 incomes.
it is.
And we don't teach our kids that.
Right. Your
I
life,
don't
your
want one,
standard
though,
of
the other
life.
one's sorry. Like, I'm good by myself.
What'd you say?
I don't want them if they sorry though.
Oh, what
yeah,
about?
no.
Who wants them if
Remember
they
when I
sorry?
told y'all about down I-35? I don't want that. Like,
Yeah.
If all you have to offer is that you can protect the house while I'm at work, I don't need you.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, this one guy that I talked to on and off for too long. I finally came to my senses.
You talking about Courtney?
No, I ain't talking about Courtney.
Leave Courtney out of this.
I finally came to my senses, and like for the last 2 years, I've been telling him to leave me alone. You have nothing to offer me. What do you have to offer me besides penis?
Mm-hmm. So why you telling him to leave you alone instead of you leaving him alone?
Because I had got my number changed. I had lost all
He
contact.
sounds like a stalker.
Yes. I had lost all contact with
How
him.
do they
But
find you when your numbers change?
That grade A.
let me tell you, I pulled up at
She
my
messed around and gave
house.
him that grade
I
A?
pulled up at my house. He was there.
Oh.
He pops up.
No, sir,
said-
you get shot.
No,
You ain't coming to my
I-
house.
Exactly.
No.
And
I want to
so
know what you did.
he's like, I said, so what do you have to offer me besides penis? Because, we've been going around this circle for so long, and it seems like it's not going to end unless I end it. And that's what I'm trying to do. You're not the man that I need in my life. I want this, and that. Well,
What's his answer?
well, I love you. That's his answer to everything. He feel like because a person loves you, y'all can conquer anything. Y'all can overcome anything. And I said, you might
Fairy
love
tale
me.
stuff.
Yeah, I said you might love me verbally, but your actions are not showing me that you love me. And I said, then I asked you, what do you have to offer besides penis? What you got to bring to the table? You gonna tell me I'm a good guy? What the fuck is that? When I tell you I talk bad to him, even when I tell a friend of mine, our interactions, stuff to him, I don't understand why he can't leave you alone. You be crazy to him. I said, I don't know neither. But he from Mississippi. What they tell you?
What does that tell you?
It may
does
not
that? I'm
have
not from
anything to do with
Mississippi. What does
Mississippi.
that tell you?
Crazy.
It got to do with what you did to him.
I ain't do nothing to him. I mean, in the beginning
sound
when
like
we
he's
first,
crazy.
when we first started talking, you know how you interact.
You did some kind of trick, sis.
That's what he say. He's
Well,
talking about, I don't know
I
what you
wanna
do.
know.
He's talking about, I don't know
We-
what you
We
do.
don't
to
want
I'ma-
to get into all
I'm gonna
of
have to
what
put
you
that in
do.
my back pocket.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I
you
get
need to.
married.
That's a
It
good
sounds like he just need an excuse to be crazy.
Exactly. Exactly. So
sound
I'm gonna
normal.
tell him if he can't leave me alone, I am going to file a restraining order because he's blocking my new man from coming. And when I get him.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Yeah,
If
I don't
you
like
get
that
a
you
new
rolling up
man,
in my
stuff
house.
Might be crazy. I just saw on one of my shows this young lady. She was trying to get away from this guy who was abusive. Now this guy's probably not abusive. You're talking about, but anyway, she
No,
was trying to
he's
get
not.
rid of this guy that's abusive, and she started dating another guy. This dude, the crazy one, was hiding in a tree, waiting for her. Talking about, I had a present for her birthday,
I
so he
would've shot
waited
him.
in a tree. No, he shot her.
See,
And killed her and shot the guy too. So yeah,
That sound
I don't
like,
that.
what's that white man? But he got off. He was a millionaire at one time, but now he dead broke.
I don't know.
Colin.
Cullen, whatever his
Yeah.
name is. Yeah, that was a little different, but yeah, it was about money. But,
But
anyway, yeah, don't you get a restraining order? That
yeah,
sounds
that's what I think I'm
crazy.
gonna do because, like I tell him, as a single parent of 3 girls, I have to show my girls what
How to
love
be treated.
really is. And if they show how men treats me, then they know how they should be treated.
Correct.
And if they treat it any differently, then they know they need to end their relationship.
Right. They know what the
And I
standard
think
is.
that's another thing that some parents see is that don't understand is that when you have a whole bunch of different dudes come in and out your household and you have children,
Oh yeah,
then they gonna think that that's functional.
and they're gonna also not have respect for you when they
Right.
find out that it's really not the
Right.
way it should be.
Exactly. They gonna say, "Mama was."
Yeah, as my son politely told me, some boys on his football team when he was in high school will refer to their mothers as not so nice
Oh
names.
wow, that's
B's
sad.
and W's.
That's
yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
And then they would tell him, you know what I'm talking about, Evan? He's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have dudes living in our house. It's just me, my mama, and my sister.
Yeah.
So, but girls, this has been a great conversation. We'll have to revisit it. We
Yeah,
hope
'cause
that
there
you
are more
guys
layers.
have enjoyed our show. Oh, we gotta hurry up and do our inspiration. We're running out of time.
Oh, my inspiration. Hold on. So I also found out that
some stats.
72% black children are born out of wedlock.
Yeah.
And then they say children in single parent household grow up to be poor, quit school, get pregnant as teens, and end up in jail.
Yeah, that's
We know about that one.
Which one?
I mean, stats.
Because there are so many kids that grow up in single parent households now.
Exactly. Now you
Yeah, but
see what
obviously the majority of them not doing as well as some of us who've actually made it with our children.
Right.
I don't know.
And then we need to figure out what other cultures are teaching their women and teaching their men that they get married at 21 and stay married.
Oh well, that's a
Because
whole
they
other
believe in
conversation.
family.
We'll
because
have
they
to,
believe in family and sticking together, especially the Hispanics.
yeah, I don't know if they
Culture.
believe in
Yes.
family as much, but I know they believe in that economic empowerment. I know
They
that.
believe that
and
family
we can talk
unit
about
is
Caucasian
central,
women.
yeah.
They about getting married.
Asian women.
And they'll get those
Asian,
Caucasian men to adopt their children if they
Japanese.
have children by other men.
They believe in that family unit supporting each
Exactly.
other
Okay,
financially.
Let's do an inspiration real
Let me
quick.
which is family, since we're discussing family. Say family. F, form a strong bond with all your family. A, always remember they may be in a different place. M, make times together fun and memorable. I, ignore the petty differences. L, love them while you can. Life can be short. And Y, you can be the glue that keeps them together. Family.
Thank you. All right, ladies, this has been a great show. We hope you audience has enjoyed the show. Remember to follow us on our Facebook page, The Thread Radio Show.
Instagram now.
And we
We
have a
ballin' now.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. No, yes, we have a YouTube channel, The Thread Talk Show,
We really balling.
Okay.
at gmail.com, but it's The Thread Talk Show.
All right. So if all minds are clear.
Wait, I have one thing.
Oh,
I need
one
to say.
thing?
Dear Ashy Hoteps, do not think that what a BB said means that she is allowing you to shirk responsibility for the degradation of the black family. Don't get on her post about, yeah, women, that's why. No, y'all too.
Oh, I already been called.
Okay, what did you call them?
Ashy Hoteps.
I had one call me a fake prophet last night.
What?
See, they trying it. They trying it.
I said something about unification, and he went and looked at my profile picture and then came back and said, you're a fake prophet. I said, I've never mentioned anything about me being a prophet in this thread. So what you did is you saw my profile picture, you went being thirsty, and then you saw something that you could not acquire. And so now I'm false. Yeah, I'll be false to you.
Okay.
Check.
A BB go check you if you try
Baby,
it
don't come
underneath
for
her.
her.
Exactly. All right. All righty. It's been great, guys. Good seeing y'all. Hopefully next time we'll have Nakia with us. If all minds are clear.
Let the church say.
Amen.
Amen. See ya. Peace.